Good morning. This is day 16 of our physical health journey. I'm your guide, Laura, and I'm really glad you're here. If you've been here since day one, or if you started yesterday, you might know that last night I had a terrible headache. And I will tell you that I took an extra strength Tylenol and I took 0.25 milligrams of clonazepam. And I rarely take synthetic medication. So it really has to be where I just can't bear the pain. And then I will do something. But I tell you this because this is no guarantee. If you follow everything that I advise, which I'm not a doctor, I am a grandma, I'm 63, I'm still in fairly decent shape for a 63-year-old, and I have used very few synthetic medications during my life. So if you follow this advice, which is to get exercise, fresh air, drink lots of water, which I don't do enough of, keep your faith strong, have community, get rest. All of those things are going to help. They will improve your life, but they don't guarantee that you're going to live forever, and they don't guarantee that you're going to live pain-free or disease-free. And I really am tempted to get into a philosophical or a theological discussion about this, but we're just going to keep it light. Just for today. I don't tend to keep things light. If you want to hear some of my deeper or more opinionated thoughts, when you go for a walk, which you should be doing, like try to go out at least a few times a week. Hopefully you can fit a walk in every day. If you want, you could listen to my non-physical health journey videos that are collected on a playlist. And you could go to one of my other playlists or just random and see what you think. Hopefully I don't offend anybody and make them not come back for the physical health journey. Because I can tell you one thing that everybody agrees with is that we want to not be diseased. We want to not feel ill. We want health. We want vigor. And I'm going to read to you. This is a little mantra poem that I wrote for myself quite a while ago. You could see the ink on it has just, it's like disappearing ink. But it says, my attitude is gratitude. My wealth is health. I am lovable. I am loved. I am blessed. I do my part. God does the rest. So you can repeat that, and maybe sometime I'll just do the mantra with me speaking one line and you repeating it. But that I think that everybody agrees that if you were given the opportunity, well, I don't know, put in the comments and let me know if someone offered you $1 million, or let's make it 2 million because I'm 63 and $1 million sounds like, like that scene in with The Spy Who Shagged Me, I think it was in, where he says $2 million. Oh, he does this. Yeah, $2 million. Okay, well, or $1 million. I'm not funny. So that sounds like a lot to me, but we're going to make it, let's make it $5 million. So if you could have $5 million, or you could have no pain, no illness, be vigorous, be able to go climb mountains, do whatever you want, play pickleball, play soccer, go skiing, whatever it is that you like to do. Oh, okay. Have sex. Lots of sex. Like swinging from the chandelier sex. Okay. If you could do anything that you wanted physically, or you could have $5 million, but never want to get out of bed because you feel so ill, or just be coughing and wheezing and look sickly, and which would you choose? So I know my answer. I'm taking the health. Which do you choose? Put it in the comments, please, because I want to know what other people are thinking instead of just sitting here talking to myself. Or talking to you, but being the only one in the conversation. So let's start moving. And I just like to do these roundabouts. You can add in any kind of movement that feels good to you. Coming back. Okay, and now let's start with head rolls. And we're just going forward and to the side and then back. The reason why I do this is that 43 years ago, when I was teaching aerobics and taking yoga classes, when that was something really unique, I just remember the instructors saying not to put your head all the way back, that it puts too much pressure on your spine. I don't know, and that's what they taught us as instructors, was that we were not supposed to do that. So I'll just go with that. And so we're rolling our heads forward and to the side. And now let's take our left hand and bring our head down to the left, reaching the right fingertips out to the side. And this should be a really nice stretch. Now, always stop where you're at your edge, where it's just enough that it's not painful. And so everything's going to feel good. You're stopping at a sweet spot. And now you're going to take your left hand down to the ground, your right hand over your head, and bring it down. Maybe I have a little sinus infection going, because Okay. And now release your head. And let's bring our shoulders round, round, round. And we're going to come forward. All right. And it's time to take your legs out in front of you straight. I kind of turn a little bit to the side just so you could see what I'm doing, but you can go forward. And let's reach down. Now, bring your hands again just as far as you can comfortably. You do want to feel like you're stretching. It should feel really actually very nice. So reaching forward. I can reach my toes, so I could pick out the sock lint from my toe. It's a big piece of sock. Okay, so we're reaching down for your toes, but you can stay at your calves. And back in the day, I can reach underneath my feet. I'm almost there now. I could reach underneath my feet and pull myself down. Now, what we're going to do is notice the slight variation when you round your back. You see how far your head comes down. And then you're going to scoop your head and your back, which sort of brings your back into a straighter position. And you see where you are, and then round and scoop. Let's do one more. Round and scoop. And now let's bring our legs out so that, if you feel a little bit more flexible, you can bring your legs out, like I say, back in the day, I could probably go out at 180 degrees, but right now I'm just at 90 degrees. There's like a 90-degree angle made between my legs. Bet you didn't think there'd be math in this. And bringing your fingertips forward now, trying to keep your back straight. And as you push down on your own lower back, you're using your own muscles to push, like not literally pushing with your hands, but get that feeling that there is someone behind you, pushing lightly on your lower back. And if you happen to have someone with you, like a grandchild or a friend or your spouse or partner, what you can do is have them gently, gently push on your lower back, kind of help you come down, maybe even bring your elbows down to the floor. And then just you could pause and take turns so that you're actually helping each other. But if you're alone, like I am right now, then just think about that, having someone pushing on your lower back. Now we're going to come up. I should have brought, okay. I'm going to go out of the video for just a moment here because I have some tissue behind here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. It is spring, and I think people tend to get these like hay fever stuff going on. So maybe that's what was happening with me last night. What we're going to do is bring the right foot bent so that it's parallel, the calf is parallel with the front of your mat. I'm going to have to move back so you could see this better. I don't know if that even helped. Well, anyways, you know what I'm going to do is grab this, bring it down. There you go. Okay, now we can see. So that foot is parallel with the front of the mat, and the left leg is coming all the way back. This is a little bit difficult. I'm just going to stay here for a moment because if it's too hard for you, I don't want you to feel frustrated. So then we're going to try the other side. Yeah. So your left leg, the left calf is parallel with the front of the mat. Your right leg is behind you. And now, everybody come up to your hands and knees. This is a lot easier. I'm going to turn. You don't have to turn. You could stay forward. But just so you could see, my back is going to arch and round, arch and round. Now these are very easy and gentle. So let's do quite a few of them. Get a little bit of movement in. And one more. Arch. And let's bring it to a straight back. And now tucking your toes behind you. So your toes are on the ground. The balls of your toes are on the ground. You're going to bring your hips up. So you're pushing up. Now, if this is too much for you yet, you'll get here eventually, but for right now, just stay on your hands and knees or come down into a child's pose. So for those of you who can do this, let's hold it while I show the child's pose. That is bringing your toes together, your knees apart, bringing your hips back to your heels and your head to the ground. That's an extended child's pose. Otherwise, you could bring both hands back to your feet. And that is an easier pose than the downward facing dog. So, if you are in the downward facing dog and you stayed there, you're probably at the end of what you want to be. So let's bring your knees back down to the ground. And now you're going to join those who went into the child's pose by bringing your toes together, your knees about the distance of your mat, and then coming back, reaching your fingertips forward. And this is a great exercise that I learned when I was in physical therapy. I had frozen shoulder syndrome, which is extremely painful. And I was doing exercises like this against the wall, bringing my arms into this position. So it's quite helpful. And now we're just going to bring yourself to your bottom, and we're going to do some floor work. I'm going to kind of turn. You can still be straightforward. I'm turning just so you could see what I'm doing. We're going to come all the way down. Knees are bent. Let's bring the knees in to your chest. Let's kind of roll side to side, nice and easy. Now this is also a good massage. And take the knees around. And then bringing your legs straight up towards the ceiling. And if this is too difficult for you or too active, then, or if you're watching this video at night and you want to get ready for sleep, then you're going to use a wall. And what you do is, I'm going to swing around. You can position yourself right at the edge of the wall and then bring your feet up and let the wall do all the work of holding your legs up. You can pause the video and stay in this position for as long as you like. 20 minutes is really not too long. And it will help you to sleep well. Supposedly it helps thyroid function. But if you paused and now you've turned it back on, we're all ready to take our legs down and roll over. Okay, I'm going to get back into that beginning easy sit position and bringing my hands to heart center. I'm going to breathe in deep. Let's see if my sinuses are opened up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing the arms up over the head. And one more time to heart center. Thank you. I'm so glad to have other people who can benefit from doing a little bit of exercise and just taking care of our bodies together so that we all grow old gracefully as best we can. Thank you.